Good morning, guys. Hope everyone is okay. Thought I'll do a very quick update about the market and some of the questions I got in the DMs. I was offline for most of the weekend and just got like, I think 12 DMs asking all very similar questions. So I thought I'll go through that very quickly, and that should be a good start for the second half of the January for everyone if you follow, I guess. So first and foremost, I've covered that Bitcoin weekly update. That was the 1st of December. And as you can see, it's playing out perfectly. Like when everyone was bearish and calling for the new lows and all the crazy stuff, I kept saying that it's probably not a good time to short now. Everyone's talking about shorts, everyone is bearish, everyone is panicking and so on. It's probably sooner or later market will chop and squeeze up to that main resistance. And if you back holding some NFTs, altcoins, meme coins and so on, that would be a great opportunity to de-risk. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, it was very slow. It's extremely hard to for many people to stay focused on the market, because we pretty much chop in like $3,000 to $4,000 zone for Bitcoin for weeks towards like end of January. And eventually when we squeeze, everyone was sidelined again, and I guarantee 90%, 95% people aped at like 94, 95k plus, aped into green candles as per usual. So as you can see on the chart, if we happen to get the squeeze up here in the next 4 to 12 weeks, the risk as much as you can always buy back. And that's what I said 1st of December, so over 6 weeks ago. And that's exactly what happened. It doesn't mean that 97,900 was the top. Maybe we get another squeeze, but I think any squeezes to that area, rather than buying into bullshit bullish agenda when the same people that they're calling for a higher bottom is in and all the crazy targets at 95, 96, 97k are the same people that they were openly shorting at 84, 82, 85k and so on. So first and foremost, I'll probably fix the following. There's so many people sharing sell tweets from the morons that they consistently being wrong over and over again. Second thing, we talked about levels. So as you see over here, I covered that 18th of December, so just before Christmas. So general idea, 80 to 86k is a value area for longs, buying spot wherever you fancy. 93.5 to 94 was the first main resistance. We rejected from there like 5 times until it broken. And 98 to 105k it's a main resistance. It will cause a huge FOMO on the timeline before likely reversing back. We got literally to 97,900. 97,907. And we reversed brutally. I mean, you literally got the rejection from the Bitcoin dumped 6% in a few days. So idea is still the same. I think if there's any bullish momentum left on a Bitcoin in the next 1 to 3 days, so in the next 48 to 72 hours, we should see a little bit of chop, reclaim above that weekly open, which was previously also previous year open, 93.5. And if we reclaim that previous month high, which so far acts as the main resistance, and that would, if we stay below it, it will confirm deviation. I think we can at least clear those highs and possibly squeeze to the higher up to 99.6, which is 365 days rolling VWAP, and possibly a little bit higher. So that's your option number one. This is definitely, again, de-risk area. Don't buy into FOMO. If we happen to actually start showing some signs of strength and reclaiming above that dotted line, that's your main bullish line in the sun. Sure, if we start reclaiming, we do this, hold it area, then we can talk about higher targets. But for me, any squeeze up there, it's for de-risking for whatever holdings you have. That would also happen to be perfect free drive. If anyone knows how free drive works, that will give you a perfect opportunity to short if there's a weakness, at least until low 90Ks. But in my opinion, there are two. I'll ignore the bullish scenario. I just think it's less likely. The first option is basically that Reclaim in the next 2-3 days we squeeze at least until 97K, possibly a bit higher. And again, everyone's gonna form on a timeline where it will be great opportunity to de-risk. Or we try, squeeze up a bit here, reject again, and the next area of interest will be 86, 87K, which build up this huge support over here. We've been chopping there for weeks, so if we get that might give us some reaction from 86, 87 until 93, 94K. But if that fails, then new lows, as simple as that. So those are pretty much 2-3 probabilities I see right now. On the Bitcoin side, everything else will just follow. On the stock side, I mean, we're getting huge rejection on that tariff news. So bullish option for crypto is that Trump gonna back out from his, again, tariff drama and so on, and we do something like that on Tuesday and go back up. If we're losing this, you have a EMA 99 here daily that held us on the Nasdaq since pretty much forever. The only time we went below that was that original tariff news in April, and basically it was a huge dump, reclaim above, and we started squeezing back up. But every single time EMA 99 and 200 acted as a huge support. So if we happen to lose it, expect that crypto will follow brutally to the downside if we go to EMA 200 or 365 moving rolling VWAP. That could be a great opportunity to add to stock portfolio, but I would definitely not hold anything related to crypto, NFTs, meme coins, and so on. Now stock wise, I'm still not fully positioned. Some of the stocks like Nvidia, Tesla and so on, I'm maybe 25% in, and I'm still looking for dips because they barely move. Some others, like obviously space stocks like ASTS, Rocket Labs, Redwire, LUNR, doing great. I think ONDS should have some clearance here. It's too much of a speculation. I think we might get some sort of dump to EMA 99 of ONDS below 10, and that could be a great opportunity to add. But I took some profits past week or so. I think one of the best performing stock for this year will be Amazon due to automation, revenue increasing. It's a great bet rather than just sticking to the previous year winners. Intel, they have earnings on 22nd, so in 3 days we should have some huge move on Intel, and if earnings are very good, I'll expect continue trend up towards the 60s, 70s. Other than that, I got another retail stock that I'm pretty big in is Target. Looks incredible. I think those stocks like Target, Amazon might outperform market in general. So we already had the 12% breakup. I think it can continue to do so. Any retest if we happen to around 100, it's a great area to buy. Personally, I went heavy now into energy. Uranium is doing great. Insane 17% move already on uranium. Exxon Mobil is breaking all-time highs. I think it's just gonna continue to trend into at least 150s plus. If you look at the weekly chart, it's gearing up for that parabolic move. So I think if we happen to have a retest to 125, 126-ish, it's a great area to buy before it trends up. Next one is Chevron, CVX. Chevron Corp, also another oil energy company, is gonna be heavily benefiting from the Venezuela. They pretty much have a monopoly right now. And next commodity just adding right now to portfolio is copper. I think it looks great. If you look at the weekly chart, it's another one gearing for the parabolic move. I think we happen to have any retest into low mid fives. If it happens, it's definitely buy, but I've started already. I'm gonna continue to add. I'm expecting it at least trading into 8, 9s this year, possibly even higher if we get a similar squeeze to silver or gold. Like if you look at the silver performance, looks very similar on what we had on the breakout here, like if you compare it to the chart of copper or uranium. So uranium, it's a cozy hold in my opinion. It should be trading in the next year and a half to 2 years into 120s, 130s, probably even higher, and similar with copper. And that way you have a chance to outperform most of the stocks and crypto and outperform inflation with relatively minimal risk if you're putting in your portfolio. But yeah, that's a very quick update from myself. Just a very last thing I want to mention. A lot of people, after 4 weeks, we had incredible performance on the long-term portfolio and bunch of 40, 50, 60, even 80% plus runners. And a lot of people still like asking same thing, like how to buy, what to do, and so on. And honestly, it's really not that complicated, regardless where you're living. Like if you live in America, you have access to Robinhood, is the easiest one by far. If you're living in Europe, you have a Trading 212, eToro, a bunch of other brokers you can buy in. You have on-chain on Hyperliquid, which is obviously a little bit more costly if you take 1x or 2x leverage, but that allows you to have a bigger size if you have a smaller size portfolio. And they are gearing up for an on-chain spot through Felix and Ondo, so there'll be another opportunity. But honestly speaking, is to register account. I even tried on Trading 212 or eToro, takes less than 3 minutes. It's less than 3 minutes, and to have access to pretty much most of the stocks and commodities we've been sharing for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So it's really not that hard. And I think, again, similar to what I said on the previous video, somehow people are way more keen to put money into meme coins, pre-sales for meme coins, some like whatever launches from celebrities, random altcoins and so on, rather than putting into companies that have a real revenue. They have a minimal risk. You usually can buy them within 15 to 20% risk for a double, triple that upside based on the recent performance. So it's really not that hard. It just takes time for you to sit for 3 to 5 minutes, do your KYC, register account, deposit money. You can do that straight from the bank, and you're done. And you can start building your portfolio. And for some reason, it's just become extremely challenging for people to do that. But they are way more keen to, basically invest in scams and so on. I think there will be time to play risk on and gamble on crypto and meme coins and whatever private sales into altcoins, whatever. I just don't think this is time. It's the right time yet. Like if you look at the performance on commodities like gold, silver, or some leading stocks, everything outperforms crypto. If you look, I have no idea why people are bullish on Ethereum right now or Solana. I see zero fucking reason, and any pumps are immediately rejected. I mean, if we happen to squeeze into, I don't know, 3,800, 4,000 on Ethereum, this is the risk opportunity, not to hold. Unless there's some shift on the market and we actually start showing relative strength and hold above the key levels for more than 2 or 3 days, actually have a decent volume coming in. There are more buyers and positive inflow from ETFs, not only from Sailor and a couple others like, what's that retard from Ethereum, Tom Lee, buying consistently. If there's more institutions and big players piling back into crypto, probably it's a time to start buying again. But for now, those players, like the volume we need to have any sustained rallies, are going into the commodities, into energy stocks, into space stocks, into defense stocks, because it just feels, I guess, safer, more traceable performance, you have a real revenue and so on. And I think crypto is like a meme coin to stock and commodity market. I mean, if we're looking on crypto, total market cap is what, 3 trillion, and 60% of that is Bitcoin. So gold itself is a 30 trillion market. Only gold, it's 10 times bigger than entire crypto combined. And I think until we get any sustained, we're not gonna get any sustained bottom for crypto and like go with size opportunity until coins like Cardano, XRP, whatever other shitcoins that they still value multi-billions, gonna have a real cleanse. I think Solana is gonna get absolutely obliterated. Probably gonna see Solana in 50s, 70s. Hopefully the same thing happens to Ripple and to Cardano and so on. This will be opportunity to buy into crypto and hold for probably next year or two. Select few good coins and just stick to them. I just don't think this time is now. But yeah, that's all from me. Have a great week and speak to you soon.